What's going on, guys? It's your boy WF, and today's video is more of a response video to my last tip video that I put out the other day, which I will link that in the description for you guys that have not seen it. I broke down the Singleback wing tight formation, and the play was PA roll out left. So I broke that down and I put it out for you guys. But my man Cool Stick had a response, or a comment about the video, which I mean it's all good. There's no ill will, no nothing negative, but I just want to break down my thoughts on his comment and just give you guys some perspective on where I want to go with this channel and whatnot. Hopefully the tips that I want to provide to you guys. So I broke down this play. This is what it looks like stock. The setup that I broke down was motion B receiver over, put X receiver on an out route, and you streak your Y tight end. So this is the end result of the play. So let me get into the comments by Cool Stick, and I'm actually going to put that on the screen so hopefully you guys can see it as well. Cool Stick is on Mutthead. So pretty much what he is saying is he would recommend putting the X receiver on a fade, the Y receiver on a flat, instead of my setup that I actually am showing you right now. He says if someone literally plays cover 3 with a half decent user, they can lurk the underneath route, which is the A route, which he's talking about, and jump it if you throw anything else. With X on a fade, that draws off the corner while B goes underneath that. In addition, if you put the A receiver on an in route, it takes longer to develop, and therefore you have 2 reads on the play that the user has to choose from, the B and A receivers. Good play, but it could be even better in my opinion with tweaks. First off, shout out to Cool Stick. Thank you for watching the video. First and foremost, thank you everyone for watching my videos. I really appreciate every single view. And anyone that really messes with my stuff and likes what I put out, I really appreciate you guys. Let me show you guys. So right now you're seeing my setup. Let me show you the setup that he's recommending. Put the X receiver on a fade, put the Y receiver on a flat, and you still have the motion over route. So this is what he's saying I should do in my video. If you guys watch the video, I said in the video, well, before I even get started, there's no ill will. This is no negative back and forth. This is just me explaining the play that I put out and what I want to do with the channel going forward. So this is no negative energy towards a Cool Stick whatsoever. This is just me explaining. So if you watch the video that I put out, it's going to be in the link in the description. I said in the video, there's literally tons of ways you can set this play up, and I have a ton of ways you can set this play up. I have a bunch of them. This is just one I put out. So this is actually one of the setups that I actually put out, and I had A on the in route, but my issue with this is it's the same cookie cutter route combo. There's nothing different about this. You literally can run this same play from every formation in the game. Every single formation, guys. It's so boring. That's nothing. It's an effective play for this style of Madden. The last couple of years have played into this being a very popular setup, but it's so boring. It's so rehashed. I want to do something new for you guys. I don't again, this is effective, but everyone has seen this. You can run this from every single formation. Everyone has a defense for this. That's why I showed you something different. This is an effective setup. I use this setup. But this, like I said, this is so everyone has this. So there's no point in me, I want to try to do something new. Of course, I will, rehash it a little bit in new formations that no one has ever seen before. This is actually one that no one really runs, which I could have got away with putting this out, but at the same time, I want to, challenge myself to create new setups and also, give you guys something fresh offensively to think about. So that's just me talking about this setup right here. Like I said, like it's a great setup, cool setup, but I mean, everyone's seen it before. Everyone has defense for the setup. You're not going to get this play off more than like maybe 2 or 3 times a game. It's not going to happen. As soon as someone sees this setup from this formation and you motion this guy over, if you've run this setup before, they know exactly what you're going to, unless you have to mix it up with this plays with the same motion. And a lot of people aren't able to incorporate a bunch of plays from the same formation without being overloaded. So there's no point in like me really like getting into that. But let me get into like the post snap. Let me throw this away right now. Let me just break into the mindset of a defensive player. When I see this same setup, the same rehash setup, I already know what's going on. I already know. As soon as I see this, if I'm using this guy right here, I already know what's going on at this point in the play. I've seen this setup a million times. Again, there's no ill will to his cool stick. The play works. The play works. But I'm just saying, from a defensive standpoint, I know what's going on. I already know he's running the coverage off. I already know he's going to the flat. I already know he's doing the corner. And I already know he's coming down as a check down. So if I see it a second time, I already know what I need to do on defense to stop it. If you're somewhat experienced and you have somewhat experience, adapting on defense to stop what the offense is doing, I mean, this is my opinion on that. So let me just say why I put this particular setup out, the one that I put out, that looks like this. The reason being is it's literally the same route combo. It's the same route combo. It's just coming from different places. And the reason why why I want to get people doing more of this is because this is from an older style of Madden. And now, I don't know how long everyone has been playing Madden, but Madden has its eras, it has its different play styles. Madden has played the same it's played the same for a while now. This is a setup that, would have prospered more in an older Madden, which is more dependent on, more freestyling on offense, freestyling on defense in a way that your opponents can't lock in quite as well in this era of Madden. They can't do it defensively. It's just not the way the game plays. Older games, you were able to lock in more defensively, so you had to show the defense multiple different looks to disguise what you're doing. Even though you may be doing the same thing, the same routes have the same outcome, you want to show them it from different ways. Now, I have that out route from X. Out routes were very effective a few years ago. Like speed outs from X were very effective a few years ago. Who knows when that's going to come back? I want to get you guys in the mindset of looking for the same route concepts, if you will, from different places on the field. There's no different from cool stick setup. The flat route from Y, which was in his setup, there's no difference from that than the speed route from X. There really isn't too much different from Y in this route working vertically than from X working vertically. You want a vertical influence. Now the difference is that the corner isn't going to be as influenced. He isn't going to be influenced, but it influences the middle of the field. So the same things are being accomplished in a way, but it's coming from a different perspective. Now, why it's so important to understand that you need to shift your mind in a way, because once Madden changes, this could be, it could be a freestyle game. Like Madden 07 was a freestyle game. You freestyle on offense, you freestyle on defense, and it came down to who made the better adjustments, who had the better meta. Not meta in the sense of the way we use it now. I mean meta in the true dictionary sense of the term. That is That's what I'm getting at. It's because back in the day, it wasn't sedentary setups like it is now. Now you can get away with doing the same high lows across the middle, the same high lows to the left, same high lows to the right. The defense isn't equipped to handle it. In older games it is, and you never know which year it is where Madden's going to change. So that's why I want to show you guys different ways to accomplish the same thing, if you will. Now, let me get in. I've been rambling for over 10 minutes now. Let me get into his point about, a user being able to take away, my routes. Let me just snap the ball and we'll let it sit. Actually, let me snap it one more time because I want a longer developing. I want it to really develop so you can actually see what I'm saying. Block for me, block for me. Alright, that's good enough. So let me get back to his quote. I want to direct quote him. He says, if someone literally plays a cover 3 with a half decent user, they can lurk the underneath route and jump up if you throw anything else. That's what he says for my setup. Again, no ill will. This is just me explaining. So, cover 3. That was being played on defense. If in case you didn't know, this is a cover 3. I didn't make any changes. You saw I just ran it straight up. And the changes that would be made would just be, hard flats or cloud flats. That's the only changes that you would make. There would be no changes in the middle of the field. So this really applies to that. If you're playing cover 3, most people playing cover 3, you have to sit, from what he's saying, you have to sit on the hook zones. Because if you're using, the curl flat or whoever's playing the flats, you still have to go to the outside. So he's taking away anyway. This is a dot if you don't cover it. So we're going along the pretense that he's saying a hook zone is being user covered. Let's say this guy right here. If he jumps down and takes this route right here, first and foremost, you're showing me right now, if you're jumping this underneath route quickly, I have high balls on you all day. I have seam high balls on you all day. You only have to show me that once. If you show me that once that you're willing to attack that, okay. Let's say if this isn't the play. Let's say if I have a switched up play and you show me this. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. I have high balls on you. I can just change my scheme on the fly. I have high balls on you. But let's go under the pretense that we're sticking with this play right here. And this guy takes the A receiver underneath route. Well, how Sway? How are you going to do that when this hook defender is partially the reason why I have to hold and throw this route a little late and click on and user catch this corner? If you're sitting on this underneath route, I have this wide open. There's nothing you can do. You can't jump up and make that pick. You can't bait me. You can't do anything. You've already committed to the underneath route. And like I said in my video, you have to play the vertical routes from the tight ends honestly. You have to ride deep with them because you don't know what's coming. I could have two verticals. I could have a corner and I could have a vertical from a seam from 82. I could have a seam from 82 and I could have a post from 86. You don't know what's coming. You have to treat that honestly. And if you don't and you attack underneath, I have free reign over you, especially with this play that's already, just the play that I cooked up. You can't ride him deep. I mean, you can't just say I'm gonna jump the underneath route, or you can't say I'm gonna play the underneath and the over the top route. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. Now, let's say if he user covers with this guy. Are you gonna jump underneath with this guy? Are you? Is that really what you're going to do? Because once I see that, I have this open. I can lowball this. If this guy isn't in the picture, and let's say hypothetically he just jumps this route right here, all I have to do is I have to wait till he just influences this guy and brings him outside enough. I can lowball this and possession catch it. Hell, I can even highball this one. If you're using the middle of the field, you have too many things to worry about. Now, like I explained in his setup, let's take a look at what the defense sees as soon as you snap the ball. Let's see what the defense, if they actually know what's coming when you snap the ball. I'll sit right here. At this point, you don't know what's happening in this play. All you know is he's coming inside. That's the only tell you have with what's going on right here. Is he's coming underneath. And please jump it. Please jump it so I have my two big bodies here to do work. Please jump it. But as far as these other routes, you know he's going to the outside. You don't know what these two guys are doing at this point in the play. So you're telling me you're gonna jump a route that's gonna give me 4 to 6 to 7 yards, and you're gonna leave two guys working vertically. Is that what's really gonna happen? I'm just gonna leave it at that. But that's just my response to Cool Stick. Again, it's nothing ill will, no malice, no whatsoever. He made an interesting point. Yes, his version of the play it's a simplistic version, but it's an effective version. It's an easy go-to. So I mean, yeah, he is right in a way of saying, that play is probably easier to run. It's probably more effective to run against, the people that you would play mostly in whoever you match up with online. But I feel like my play sets you better. It opens your mind. It gives you a different way to think about the game, especially in working forward, because you never know when the game is going to change. And I feel like my play is still, it puts the defense in a bind. You can't sit on anything, especially in the cover 3. You're not just gonna say I'm gonna jump down underneath. You can't. I don't know if I said it in the video or not. If you feel like this rub is too tight for you, it's too tight of a rub, put them on a drag. The same thing's still accomplished. It's just the ball's getting to A quicker. If anything, putting them on a drag influences the linebackers more to jump it, because it's a more, you know exactly what the drag looks like from the tight end position. But I mean, if the read is, if you don't feel comfortable, I'm waiting to the mesh point of right here, that's fine. But I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to set up you guys to look at the game in a different way. I want you guys to be able to adjust to any type of Madden that comes out in the future. I don't want you guys to just be sitting here waiting on YouTube being like, oh, what does WF put out? What does Dreamy put out? What does Chaos put out? What does all these other guys put out? And I'm going to just copy that. I want you to think about the game in a broader aspect. I want you guys to unleash your mind. Get out the matrix. Understand what's really happening in the game. Don't just cookie cutter your way down the field. Understand exactly what's happening and how it influences the defense. So, this is running too long already. This is WF Colonel. I'm out.